Let her rip! Here we go! Whee! Buzz bomb, automobile. The road's my slave, that's how I feel. Cruise alone, I cruise real far. Shoo, young punk, I love my car.
Hello YouTube land. Today we're going to do a complete breakdown and detail clean of a Glock 41. We're going to actually use diaper wipes to clean the entire gun. Then once we're done, we're going to also polish the trigger. Some people call it a 25-cent trigger job. I think it was a little more because I paid a little bit more than that for the brasso. Anyways, brasso is what we're going to use for the polishing. And then after we're done with everything, we're going to use a little bit of our gun grease on the slide, and we're going to use rim oil just on our gun connector, our trigger connector. So let's get started. First off, let's move everything out of the way. Give us a little bit of room. Okay, first and foremost thing, you need to always make sure that the firearm is not loaded. So we're going to take our clip out, which has our trusty Hornady critical duty hollow points. We're going to clear the gun. And we'll look down the barrel. Make sure that there's nothing in there. And we're going to remove all the ammunition from the area so that there is no mishaps. So let me take this out into the other room. Okay, I've removed all the ammunition from the area. Never want to have ammunition around because boom can happen. So, gun is clear. Point in a safe direction. Let's take this baby apart. And like I said, you can see it's very dirty. I haven't cleaned it yet from going to the firing range. This was a brand new gun about 120 rounds ago. You can see some of the wear line already starting on it. When I took it out to the range, I didn't lube it or anything. Took it right out of the box, fired off the rounds. So let's get started here. We're going to start with the frame. You want to take the pins out, go from the right to the left. I like to use a roll of tape like this, makes it easier. And just push the pin through. We'll start with the top one. This pin, you got to play with it a little bit sometimes. Move the slide lock up and down some, get it in their right position. Right there. And take the trigger pin out. Okay. Go ahead and remove your slide lock. And we'll remove our trigger assembly. Yeah, look at that. She is filthy. Dirty, dirty, dirty. And remove the takedown. Just push it. I don't know if you can see that spring down in there. Just push the spring down. And it should fall right out. Yep, there we go. Fall right out. I just usually leave all my pieces right there in my roll of tape. Okay, so we'll start with the slide now. Right in here, if you can see, you just want to push that spring back. And you're just going to slide this cover off, just like so. And then you can pull your firing pin out. And that pin. And just remove the ejector. And the plunger. And there we go. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I am not a sponsor for Arizona Tea or for Arnold Palmer, but this is the shit. You need to drink it, guys. No vodka for me. Okay, so now I'm going to take and clean these parts. Well, first off, trigger assembly here. Just pull it forward and then twist out. Okay, don't make me a liar. There we go. And you pull this right off the spring. And then I usually just leave the spring right on there. Then you got your connector, which I've got the ghost connector. Go right through the back here with your Glock tool. Just push. Get that started. Just like so. Love this 3.5 ghost connector. Ghost connector ultimate. Okay. So I'm going to clean these parts up. I'm going to stop, clean them all up, and then we'll get to polishing them. Okay, you can see how dirty my one diaper wipe got. Something I didn't show you was how to break this down. Your firing pin spring. You just want to pull this down, and you got your cups right here. Which break in half. Let's pull those apart like that. Let your pen up. Make sure you keep the right side at each side. And that's all there is to breaking that down. And that will be part of what we have to polish also. Loves diaper wipes. I'm happy somebody had showed me that. I actually seen another video on YouTube, and Glock Armor said that is all that you really need to use. Don't need the hoppies, don't need this, don't need that. But ironically, I do use one hoppies thing, and that is our boar snake. Gotta love the boar snake. And I'll show you real quickly on our barrel. Always start from the back. And just simply pull it through. Do that a couple of times. And just wipe your barrel down real good with your diaper wipe. This diaper wipe's starting to get a little too used, but I think we'll have just enough to finish this up with. Okay, I've cleaned everything pretty well so far now. I'm going to start on the polishing. Now, the only place that you really need to polish, I'm going to start with the plunger. The only place you really need to polish is this top part. And then I'm going to also polish along here. And then the only place you really need to polish on this top is from here back, and then also in here, and also right along here. I polish here. This is a Gen 4. Of course, G41s only come in Glock 4 or Gen 4s. And then you need to polish right up on top of here. But I'm going to probably wind up polishing this whole piece just so that it looks uniform. My ghost connector is already pretty polished, but we'll polish it a little bit more. And it needs to be polished back here and down to about right here. Also polish all around here and all around here. You don't need to remove that spring to do that. And then your firing pin all back in here. But I'll probably polish most of this also so it looks uniform. And then I'll also probably polish where the slide runs on those 4 parts. So I will stop the video and I will polish these pieces up, and then I will come back and show you the end results. Okay, so that's what you want. Nice shiny surface. Same within here, all up on here, here, and here, and then on the firing pin, all in there, nice and shiny. Look at that. And then same with on here. You want to shine, you want to polish this part up and this part right here up. And then we also polish these up. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put the firing pin back together. Slide our sleeve over there. And put our spring on here. These cups can be difficult sometimes, if I can find them. There's our other cup. Sometimes difficult when you got big man hands like me. Alright, just make sure you look around, make sure that it's seated properly, which that is. Okay. Alright, now we'll go ahead and put this back together. Okay, just take your ejector, slide that in. You'll feel it lock in place. Go ahead, put your firing pin back in. Put this back together. Simply take your Glock tool. I don't know if you can see this or not. Just push down on your firing pin without breaking it. Like so. Get your slide cover started. Push down the other spring. And just slide forward till you hear it lock. Right there. Okay. And our slides back together. Let's put this back together first. Your connector can only go in one way. Put it in, gently push it in, and then take your spring again. Like so, and then pretty much the same thing as before. We're just going to pull this forward, twist, and it will seat in place, just like so. And take and put the whole assembly back in. Slides right into place. Make sure it's seated properly. Make sure your connector and everything is still in position. Okay. Slides right down here in place. Okay, and you always want to start with the top pin. Just start it by hand like that. And push it until it locks. Oh, you went a little too far. Okay, and the reason why you start with the top pin is because of this spring. That spring actually gets held by that pin. Around a little bit, see how it went right in. And finish with your Glock tool. And it locked right there in place. Okay. Make sure the lip, I don't know if you could see that lip. Make sure that lip is always facing towards the handle. And you're just going to kind of start a little bit with push your spring down. Just like so. Make sure that it works good, which it is. Okay. And that's it. Now we'll take a little bit of our oil, not a lot. just want to lube a little bit right there. Where your connector's at. And that's it. And put our trigger pin back in. This one doesn't lock in place. I'll just do it till it looks even on both sides. And now we will take a little bit of our gun grease. Just a little, guys. You don't need a lot at all. Just a little dab. It's actually a little too much right there. Just a little bit. Okay. And then take a little bit. On our barrel. Quite windy here tonight. Dog doesn't like the wind, as you can hear. That's it, just a little bit on there, not a lot. I'm going to drop our barrel back down into our slide. Recoil spring in. Make sure it's seated properly. Go ahead. See, I've got my fancy schmancy Punisher back. Going on there, all the proper places, and see how there's just a little bit right there on the edges. I'll wipe that off. And let's see how that trigger feels now. Oh, nice. Very nice. Nice and smooth. Nice break. Very nice. Let's see where the reset is. Right there. Look at that. Look at that reset. Beautiful. Very nice. I like that. And that's it, guys. That was breaking down the Glock 41, cleaning it, and polishing the trigger. Till next time, have fun out there in YouTube land.